When it comes to Mexican beers, you probably don't think of microbreweries. However, there are some exceptional popular microbeers, including Cerveza Mexicali. Produced by Cerveza Mexicana and now owned by MillerCoors, can this Pilsner help beat the heat? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews. What up, guys? Yeah, today we've got the Cerveza Mexicali, and it's a nice little Mexican beer out of a can, and that's, I don't know, I'm always into that because a lot of the beers from Mexico you get are out of a clear glass bottle. Still not sure why exactly they do that because it kind of screws with the flavor after a while, but what are you going to do? So I guess that's kind of why I go for cans, because light exposure is not going to screw this one up. But let's see. So yeah, this beer, while I let it sit for a second, it is now owned by MillerCoors, but I don't know when that purchase took effect. But it's owned, Cerveza Mexicali is brewed by kind of a micro brewery in Mexico. And it obviously made the dog thirsty because now she's going crazy. But, alright, let's get into the smell. You do have that, it's obviously that this is a Pilsner right off the bat. It's got that nice, kind of a grainy citrus aroma to it. You know, a little bit of almost like an orange zest aroma in there too. But I don't go into the looks in the review, but the head on the beer was pretty nice for a Pilsner. A lot of times with most of the Pilsners, they're gone as soon as you pour it. So even having anything left over, it's a nice little thing to have. But yeah, it is, it's kind of your standard Pilsner aroma. It has the grain, citrus zest thing going on. A little bit heavier in the a bitterness to it. It's got like a deeper aroma. It's not as sweet as what some of your other Pilsners smell like, which I'm all for. I'm for the Pilsner that might have a little bit of a little bit more hoppiness to it. So that sounds good to me. So I like the smell. I'm gonna recommend it. So alright, let's get into taste. There's kind of almost a butteriness to it. There's like the way it slips off your tongue and your mouth. It's not as necessarily crisp. It's more like buttery. It kind of like slides over, if that makes any sense. But there's definitely like a butteriness to it. A little more, almost like a sour wheat is going on here. Not like the beer went bad, but there's almost like if you like a sour bread versus your like a white bread or whatever. That's kind of what it has. It's got like this buttery sour wheat thing going on. I wouldn't say it's necessarily crisp as certain Pilsners, like your general like American Pilsner. You kind of drink it and the flavor is pretty much gone as soon as you're done drinking. This one, it lingers a little bit more. Again, the notes are a little heavier. It's not as sweet as what your American Pilsner is going to be like. and it's not. It's not really like bitter. It doesn't have that hoppiness to it. It's very kind of level. There's no like sweetness to bitter to kind of like that some other beers have. This doesn't have that at all. It's just kind of you get the butteriness up front, but that's almost more of a texture than necessarily a flavor. And then you have that kind of sour mash grain thing going on. A little bit of maybe not the orange, but almost a little hint of like a grapefruit zest. Not like what you get in an IPA, but more zesty and like skin like, or fruit skin like. As for the flavor, it's okay. It's a little different, but not great. It's not terrible. So I'm going to give it a half on flavor. It is what it is. It's okay. So yeah. And now there's we're going to go with price, value for price. And the thing about this Mexicali Cerveza is, well, one, I'm not totally sure right off the top of my head distribution. I think it, even though it's kind of a micro beer owned by MillerCoors, I don't think it has like universal wide distribution throughout the United States. I could be wrong, but I think you're only really going to find this in southwestern states, California, probably curve out through Texas area. That being said, if you're looking, when you're just kind of looking for a general Mexican beer, you're going to compare it to a Corona. That's just kind of, if you like a Corona and you're looking to potentially go either way, or venture out and something else, you want to buy something that's a little comparable to it. I believe this is kind of right in there. The price is not bad. I think I paid $6.99 for a 6-pack. Not terrible. So, I guess you can't go too bad with that price. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I guess I'll recommend it for price. The price isn't bad when you compare it to other Mexican beers. So, alright. I'll go for that with price. Now, distinction. How distinct is it from other beers in its category? I do think it has more flavor, more characteristics that I like than other more popular Mexican beers. But with that said, this is by no means anywhere near some of the other Mexican beers I'd rather drink. It's just kind of, it tastes like a Mexican beer, that you're familiar with, just with the little sour, deeper notes to it. It's like if Corona was sharp, this is flat. If you're into musical stuff, analogies. But so I'm gonna give it a half for distinction. It's a little bit different, but not like beyond crazy where you're like, you have to try this. You don't. You don't really. And now, okay, drinkability. Could I drink multiple ones of these in one sitting? Well, I'm gonna give another swig. And yeah, drinkability is fine. It's got 5% alcohol, which is probably almost 1% more than what Budweiser has. Was it Budweiser like 4.1, 4.4, right around in there? So you do have a little bit of higher alcohol content. I feel like it might have a little more flavor. Again, a little sourness to it, or kind of bitter sourness. So maybe you like that, maybe you'd hate that. But yeah, I can drink multiple ones of these without a problem. I probably wouldn't want to, but if it was super hot out and this is what was available, I'd do it without a problem. So yeah, sure, I'll recommend it for drinkability. And all right, now would I buy it again? And honestly, the only real reason I'd buy this again is if someone who's in town that never had it before, and okay, sure. It's not to the point where I just say don't buy it. If someone wanted to check it out, okay, yeah, let's do it. But other than that, no, there's really no reason to, other than the price isn't bad, and it's a little better than what you're just run-of-the-mill Mexican beers. But that being said, nah, I don't plan on buying it again. So yeah, that is my review of Cerveza Mexicali. If you've had it before, if you like it, if you hate it, whatever, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. If you have a different Mexican beer that you think I should check out, let me know as well. I'm always, trying to expand my horizons on Mexican beer. So please let me know, and I'll see what I can do to check it out. And if you want more from Two Dudes, we got a pretty sweet podcast, Two Dudes in a Six Pack. You can get that on iTunes, on Stitcher, on really anywhere you get your podcast. You can probably find us. So yeah, there's that. If you got a question that's too long for the comment section, you shoot us an email at twodudesinaSixpack@gmail.com. You can do Twitter at Two Dudes Podcast. If you like these kind of beer reviews, or if we got more and more top 10 coming out, please like and subscribe. If you dig the t-shirt, I got a link down below to check it out. It's a fun little shirt. But yeah, that's about it. So for myself and for Cerveza Mexicali, take it easy.